Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to those who elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Right? This little lesson here is going into the table of nations that you're seeing on your screen here. Right? As you can see, the first nation, Israel, Yasharala, right? That's the 12 tribes of Israel, right? That's the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, right? As we all teach here in GMS, right? And Salakia for the little noise in the background if you hear anything. Right? So the other nations are basically the other 17 nations is actually the heathen nations, right? That is not the Lord's people, right? Because what that's roughly paraphrasing what the Lord said about the other nations. They are like a drop of the bucket, right? Let's see if I can get that Babakasha. Right, and this is just to prove what is our husband what I have just said. There's Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, right? And this is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai look at the other nations as, right? The other 17 nations, right? As a drop of the bucket, right? And are counted as a small dust of that of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, right? So the Lord don't care about the other nations, right? He doesn't care about the other nations. Right, in 2nd Ezra 6 and 56 here also shows you what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said about the other nations, right? As it read here, as for the other people which also come from Adam, right? Because Adam is the only begotten son. Salakia, Yahweh Shai is the only begotten son, right? And he came in the form as Adam, right? And that is how this is where everybody came from. Everybody was born after him, right? As for the other people which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, right? They are nothing. These are what the Lord thinks about the other nation, not Israel. Israel came from Adam, and the other nations came from Adam. The Israel is the only portion of people that the Lord took out, right? He separate those people. He separate those people from the other people, from the other nations, right? It continues here. Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, right? So that's how the Lord looks at them, like he spit, right? And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, right? And this is just proof of how it is he looks at the other nations, right? But although he scattered us on the four corners of the earth, that we look like the other nations, right? Although we look like the other nations, that don't mean, we are the other nations, because it's the same thing as I told someone already. It's like take for instance like a Chinese person, right? Say like a Chinese woman and a Israelite man get together, right? Now the Chinese woman will make the child for him, but the child will eventually look, when the child come out, the child will come out dark skin like the father, right? The child will eventually come out more that leprous complexion, right? That fair complexion, she will come out, the child will come out, right? If the child is a boy, right, the child now grow up and end up having having his own wife now, where his wife is a Chinese woman also, right? And so that generation keep going, right? And the more and more it keep going, the more and more they start to look more Chinese, right? But the seed, which is the sperm, it started from the Israelite man. So every child that come forth through all those other generation of children that came from that Israelite man, they are going to be Israelites. Because right now in China, it has a lot of Salakia. It have that line, right, that those Chinese in China right now, it have some of them that actually wake it up and calling upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? They're calling upon that name, which means they have that spirit, which means they are Israelites, which means they're starting to wake up, right? And these are the works of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is how Yapa it is, right? Now, what I wanted to do also, I wanted to go into like all the different nations that I have here, right? So as you could see, Slovakia, right? You have the so-called white man, again, Slovakia for the little noise in the background. Go to images. Alright, so you know the so-called white man, right? And this is basically like leprous, right? If you watch his skin, right, they get diseases on their skin and all these different kind of things, right? And a lot of you all know these things, right? The Lord's people which were born and colored, right? We could stay out in the sun at a longer period, right? And because we look like the other nations, we got cursed with this complexion, right? We got cursed with these complexions. So now we're going into, you know, the Indian people, right? Which is the Elam and them, right? And this is how they look, right? A bunch of weirdos. Watch these. 2 men, right? And they go about their things normal, like, you know, that is a normal thing to do, right? This is another heathen nation, and all these heathen nations that are shown here, as I said earlier in the video, it have a lot of them. All of them basically, Salakia, is they have Israelites in them. It have a portion of Israelites in there, right? As I say, they look like the heathen nations, but in spirit they are not, right? So we're going now to Assyria people. Right? There's another set. Right, there's Aram. Going to the Arabs. Right, which is the Ishmaelites, right? As you see in the scriptures when you read it, because this is something also that Esau Edom did, the so-called white man, right? They had that's the top banking families and stuff. You know the top banking families, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and them, right? These devils and them, they stop what they did. They covered the faces of the judges they have, right? Which is Job 9 and 24, right? They changed the names of all the different countries, all the different 144 on your screen, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? They changed the names of the different countries, the names of the people, right? Just to be able to hit it, right? These are the wickedness they did. And you go to the Chinese, we all know how Chinese people look, right? And these are the Moabs, right? The Moabites that you see in the scriptures also, right? The Japanese, the Ammon, the Ammonites, right? Right? We all know how they look. And as I say, it has some of them who they look like the heathen nations, but in spirit they are not. Right? And we go to the Ethiopians. Back here there. And I'm taking off the stopping the video. Alright, I'll just continue on here. This is the Ethiopian people, right? Because as in the scriptures also it say we as Israelites, we're not supposed to put any cutting on our flesh and so forth. These people does these kind of things. And then you'll see they doing this in the world now as a style, right? That's just to show you how the scriptures speak about my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? These are the nonsense our people will go and follow, right? Because they know not, right? Now you go to the Egyptians, right? The North Africans, the South Africans. Right? What of foolishness is be doing? Right, Turkey. The Turkey people. The Russians. Yeah, so what's going on the Russians? The Greeks. Germans. Spanish. So that's it. Alright, and who else we have? Cyprus. Alright.
Gotta elevate to other levels. We got a ball like we the rose. My people don't know that they chosen. My people don't know that they special. Gotta elevate to other levels. We got a ball like we the rose.
My people chosen. Same bloodline as Moses. We the people that walk through that ocean. We the people the most I done chosen. We gotta keep the commandments, yeah. Got all them ships and we landed here. Cause we got cursed from the man upstairs. We don't put faith on the man over here. Only put faith on the most high. I'm from the city where most died. Deuteronomy 28, oh my. We gotta love on each other, our sisters and brother. You cook, I'm in no time. Most I lift me up when it's showtime. I pray have mercy upon mine. Don't wanna be around when it go down. No, no. We the chosen one. 12 tribes we gon' overcome. Babylon know it's overdone. Look what they did to the chosen one. Keep the commandments for real. Stick together cause it about to get real. Love each other, I don't care how you feel. Forgive your brother, you could die, go to hell. Shalom.
My people, we the chosen of God. We're supposed to have each other back. Let's come together, everybody be flexing. Ain't nobody out finessing. Start showing love, then we all gon' be blessed. We as one nation, don't throw up no sense. I'm showing that love from the east to the west. So helping each other, then we will not stress. My people don't know that they chosen. My people don't know that they special. Gotta elevate to other levels. We got a ball like we the rose. My people don't know that they chosen. My people don't know that they special. Gotta elevate to other levels. We got a ball like we the rose.